Okay, good day, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Esmat. I work for the Internet Corporation for Assigned Names and Numbers, ICANN. I'm very pleased to be here today, participating in this wonderful event. CloudTalk this year takes place online due to the coronavirus pandemic, COVID-19. And my topic today is also related to the pandemic, as I'm going to talk to you about ICANN's coordination role in keeping the domain name system secure during COVID-19. So the value of the internet in bringing people together has never been more apparent than it's now. While most of us are under some sort of a stay-at-home order in an effort to slow the spread of the coronavirus, the internet continues to provide us with a lifeline. It brings us information and entertainment. It allows some of us to continue our work and education. And it also brings us what we need most at times of isolation, and that is social connections. The COVID-19 crisis has been the most significant test of the world's internet infrastructure to date, with lockdowns, remote working, online learning. The increase in internet traffic has been unprecedented. This graph illustrates the increase in internet traffic in several places around the world. It also shows the change in download speeds. And as you can see, many places around the world have experienced a double-digit growth in internet traffic. In France, for example, it reached 38.4 increase or growth in traffic, while some few places actually reached over 100% increase in traffic, like in Italy, for example. Just to give you a little background about ICANN and what ICANN is and what it does. The internet is administered by a loose, decentralized, and distributed collection of organizations and people who set rules, standards, and policies and provide technical support so that the world can be connected on one global, secure, and stable internet. ICANN is one part of this large internet ecosystem. ICANN's mission is to ensure the stable and secure operation of the internet's unique identifier systems. These systems include the names, like top-level domain names, like .com, .tr, for example. It includes the numbers, the IP addresses that devices connected to the internet use, and it also includes protocol parameters. And these are parameters used by every internet application and service. So ICANN's role is to coordinate, the administration of these resources at the global level. ICANN helps coordinate the domain name system. It's often referred to as the phone book of the internet, as it translates domain names into IP numbers. So it's through this coordination role that we ensure that the internet continues to be a global platform that underpins the 21st century's economy. The role of ICANN in maintaining a secure and stable internet has always been important, but as this pandemic is underway and our reliance on the internet has skyrocketed, our collective role as an ICANN community, ICANN organization, ICANN board, our role has become more vital than ever. So, as said, we've seen increase in internet traffic, and we've also seen increase in DNS traffic. Okay, we've seen increase in DNS queries that go to the or fly through the DNS infrastructure, including the root servers or the main servers that manage the database of the top-level domains. So ICANN conducted a study of DNS traffic at one of our root server instances in France during the time of the lockdown in March this year, and we observed 28% increase in DNS traffic at this specific instance of the root server. So this graph illustrates actually the increase in traffic. In normal circumstances, the average number of DNS queries per day at this root server instance in France range between 800 million and 1 billion queries a day. When the pandemic started, you can see the black line on March 18th. There has been increase in the DNS queries. It actually reached between 1 billion to 1.2 billion queries a day, which accounts almost for 28% increase. So this is what or how the internet traffic and the DNS traffic looked like during the pandemic. There has been significant increase. At the same time, there has also been some negative activities happening online because in an increasingly connected world, the bad actors are growing both in numbers and sophistication. Cyber criminals are taking advantage of this crisis to launch malicious online campaigns aiming to get access to our computers, our data, and our money. And of course, the DNS, like any other parts of the internet infrastructure, is not immune to security threats. So in early April, our security team began to observe domain registrations that aimed to enable phishing, to enable malware and other malicious activities. They target people who are desperate to find medication, treatment, vaccines for the pandemic. So we started to see domains that use keywords like COVID or coronavirus. So you would see COVID and plus some string .com or .any TLD. So our team have been doing extensive studies and analysis on these abusive activities and abusive registrations. ICANN actually has prioritized handling the COVID-19 related DNS abuse and has been working with experts from the domain name industry, from the security industry, from law enforcement organizations to help mitigate these threats. These threats, as I said, include phishing, include malware, include business email compromise, scams, and other types of attacks. We have actually been working with different groups. We've joined groups like the COVID-19 Cyber Threat Coalition, the CTC, the COVID-19 Cyber Threat Intelligence League, CTI League, as well as the Forum of Incident Response and Security Teams, FIRST, Our primary contribution to these groups has been by providing subject matter expertise, getting good threat intelligence to the right parties, namely domain registries and registrars. These are companies that work in the domain business, and also by facilitating communication between the various parties interested in mitigating these types of threats. The analysis shown, I just wanted to share with you some of the analysis that our team has done. So our team has built a system that helps identify abusive domains leveraging coronavirus pandemic. This system looks into, domains that use keywords like COVID or Corona or lockdown, etc. And it actually found that there were 4 main keywords that were dominant in these registrations. Like over 73% of the COVID-related domain registrations found had keywords of mask, COVID, Corona, and COVID-1. COVID-1 actually is short for COVID-19, and just for statistical purposes, it was simplified to COVID-1. So these were the main 4 keywords found in those domain registrations related to COVID. The team also did, our security team did further, analysis and breakdown of those registrations, and was able to, categorize them into 3 main buckets. One related to the disease name, like COVID, nCoV, SARS, Corona, and so forth. Another one related to pandemic countermeasures, like mask, lockdown, quarantine. And a third one, which, includes domain names that do not include keywords related directly to COVID. So you wouldn't see COVID or Corona into those domains. You would rather see Zoom and some string, or WebEx and some string. So these are, because of the significant increase in the use of tools like WebEx and Zoom, so these domains were also used for abusive acts. These domains were also analyzed, and they were categorized in a third bucket called collateral. So this is just a quick snapshot of the analysis that our system has observed. It's also worth noting that this work was not restricted to English language terms. Our team also has done a lot of work to translate words from English to other languages, and they actually were able to create a global dictionary of COVID-related registrations. And again, they shared this information with our partners from the domain industry and from other law enforcement and security groups. More on the analysis, our team has also been measuring how much abusive we observe in relation to those domains. Now, not all COVID-related domains are abusive domains. People might register COVID domains just for benign and legal purposes. So between between May and August, our team, spotted or observed more than 120,000 COVID-related registrations. Of those, only 8,000 had abusive reports submitted in the various abuse feeds that we incorporate into our research. Of the 8,000 suspicious, domains, about 1,700 domains were worth a second look because they had multiple reports that appeared credible. Now, many of the 1,700 domains that were further analyzed were actually abusive, but not for COVID-related kind of, acts. So, domains and domain abuses have been there for a long time, and not all the abuses are COVID related. So actually only few of the 1,700 domains were found to be COVID related or registered to be used in COVID abusive activities. Okay, now I'm going to quickly share with you one example of a critical security operation that ICANN undertakes on regular basis. And in normal circumstances, this operation would take place physically, in a physical environment, people meeting in one place to perform this operation. It's related to what we call the key signing of the domain name system root. So in order to secure the domain name system and to add another layer of security to the domain name system.
Sorry to interrupt, Bar. It's the last 3 minutes.
Okay, thank you. A technology or a protocol was developed several years ago called DNSSEC, or Domain Name Security Extension. This is a technology or a protocol that is based on public key cryptography. So you basically sign the DNS zones using public and private keys. And one of the important and most significant and critical operations in this, in the overall operation of the DNSSEC is to make sure that the root of the DNS is signed. So this is an operation that involves many community members. They have secret keys that they use together with members of our security team, of the ICANN staff, and together they come to a place in the US to make the signing of the root. However, due to the COVID-19, ICANN had to come up with Plan B because people couldn't travel. So it was agreed that the trusted community members who got the keys, they will send the safe boxes that include the keys. They will send them to our team, and then our team, as you can see in the picture, was able to travel to this place where the servers are located to perform the signing. So again, this is one of the lessons learned during the pandemic, that like many organizations around the world, ICANN also had to find and to come up with
1 minute, Bar.
Okay, to come up with different means to perform even some of its most critical operations. My last slide, those who might be interested in learning more about the work of our security team, you can find more information about some of the key projects and publications of our team online. I'm happy to take any questions now, or feel free to send me an email. You can see my email on the screen. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you.